Hi guys, Harry and Hugo here, talking to you today about macronutrients. And this is the second part in our 5-part series on nutritional priorities. Last week we were looking at calories, and it's worth noting at this point that calories is, as the foundational layer of that pyramid, the most important layer. Though you need to sort your calories before you move on to addressing your macronutrients. So just get that out in advance. However, macronutrients, if you can get your macros set correctly, you're going to see great results compared to somebody who does not have control over their macronutrients. So first of all, what are macronutrients? Well, that is the main components of your diet. So it's protein, fat, and carbohydrates. And what we're going to talk about what the gold standard of your macronutrients are, where most people are currently at, and how we can get you from where you're at towards that standard of perfection, so that you can make good progress with your macros. So the optimal standard for macronutrients is to be consuming the perfect amount of protein, carbohydrates, and fats specifically for you as an individual. Now, one thing that is very consistent across macronutrients is the importance of protein. As people who are training, if you're looking to improve your strength, your physique, hold on to muscle, then protein is going to be the most important macronutrient. I nearly said carbs. It's going to be the most important macronutrient, and this is the one that we need to pay real close attention to. And the ultimate goal is 1 gram per pound of body weight as an average for most people to be at. Yeah. So Hugo, if that's the gold standard, where are most people currently at?
Yeah, most people aren't tracking their calories, let alone their macronutrients. So I think one thing you find quite commonly is if they were to track their macronutrients, they'd find that their protein intake is incredibly low to what it should be.
Yeah, absolutely. People are always under consuming protein. So if that's the case and it's the most important macronutrient, then our first goal is to get protein up.
Yeah.
Do you know any sort of practical ways that anybody that's low on protein can increase their protein quickly and easily?
We swear by shakes.
Yep.
Protein shakes, they're just so easy. I think we've said this in another podcast really. But,
I think we have.
But protein shakes, great, simple, easy, and a big hit of protein quickly.
Yeah, that you can have them on the go. You can include other things in them that you might need, which will come on to micronutrients next. We'll probably talk about shakes in our next podcast. But protein shakes are a go-to. I have 2 a day.
Yeah.
Without that, I'd really struggle to eat my protein intake.
Yeah.
You're the same.
I'm the same. Yeah,
You're the same. So protein shakes is the way to go. If you're a vegan or a vegetarian, then there are options for you out there. In fact, that's a whole nother podcast. But
Yeah.
you're gonna, if you're vegan or vegetarian, look at your macronutrients. You need to make sure you're getting enough protein. And I think another easy way, which again I feel like we spoke about before, is to batch cook. So literally cook yourself up 10 chicken breasts, put them in the fridge, and anytime you feel like you're short, you can add chicken breasts to most dinner. You could literally just grab one and eat it. I know our mom keeps hard-boiled eggs, where she'll just literally grab an egg and eat an egg. And it's not necessarily the most glamorous way to get protein in, but batch cooking like that, it's one little stint of effort to prepare the food, and then you benefit from that for however long that food can keep in the fridge.
Yeah. So
that is 2 really simple ways, shakes and bulk cooking, to increase your protein intake, and that is the key component to improving your macronutrients. As for carbs and fats, this is where it gets a little bit more intricate. So most people, 90% of people, do not need to worry about the distribution of carbs and fats in their diet. But for those who are looking to take your macronutrient control to the next level, you're going to have a very individual ratio of carbs and fats that you function best on.
Yeah.
So this is a case of trial and error. But basically, whatever is left in your calorie intake, distribute that between carbs and fats. You might prefer high fat, you might prefer high carb, but
It's all individual.
Either way, as long as your protein's there,
Yeah.
then yeah, that's just individualism, isn't it?
Yeah. Definitely.
There we go, and that's everything
Sums
you
it
need
up,
to
yeah.
know. Everything you need to know on macronutrients for now. Our next part will be on micronutrients, so we'll see you next time.